Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's so good to have you guys. So this is your first time. I am Rashell Selah and I'm so glad to have you with me on today. Before we get into today's video, I need you to please subscribe, like, leave a comment, and definitely share. Support your girl and show some love. Okay, so I wanted to do like a post-op, which is not even the correct context, but like a post-Brazilian or post-European wax, post-kitty wax. I wanted to have like a 1 month follow-up and how this month has been going for me. You know, I want to be able to be useful in the sense of giving you guys information that actually will help somebody, not just to come on here and to just make videos just for the heck of it, but to be really intentional. So yeah, let's recap my first month with my first ever Brazilian wax. And just an update, I have gone already for my second one. So I did go through it whole month. Negatives. Let's start with the negatives, or let's start with the cons. I don't know why nobody did not tell me this. Like, why, when I was doing my research, because that's what you're supposed to do. That is what you're supposed to do when you're gonna try new things. At least do some adequate, research, get you some information. No one ever told me that I would no longer be able to decently go to the bathroom and just relieve myself. Okay, so that's too many words. No one told me that I would be peeing all over the place. I don't think you guys understand how I felt like a toddler learning. I'm not even a toddler. I felt like a male toddler, okay? Trying to figure out how to stay in the bowl without getting pee all over myself. And I know it sounds crazy being a 28-year-old, it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. And like the first day after, immediately after I got my wax, I was fine. Like, I went to Whole Foods and I was running errands. If you watch the video, I'm gonna link it down below. And like, I was running errands and I was urinating fine. But as like the days progressed, it was just like, oh my gosh. I remember getting back to work on that Monday because I got it done that Sunday. So I went to work on Monday and I literally was like, oh, I just peed on my pants. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, what the heck? This is so embarrassing. Oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. I gotta help somebody out. So I could not figure out how to pee. Thank God my job has like seat liners. Oh my God, because that would just be a nightmare if. So I don't think you guys understand the magnitude of how this is a big issue. I am a person that drinks a lot of water. I do drink 64 plus ounces of water each day. So I am like always constantly in the bathroom. So the bathroom is a part of my life. And so I'm thinking about, dang, like when it's time for me to go to restaurants or like to the movies or just the public places, period. Like, if they don't have seat liners, how am I supposed to properly urinate? Like, this was a problem. And I was just like,
I don't know. Like, we might have to reconsider some things. We might.
So, So I literally got like I figured out one thing to do, which was literally have to like pick up like lift the seat as if I was a male. Lift the seat and try my best to slowly pee and to like aim for the bowl. Like, I can't. You know how when you go to the restroom, you can just like flush it out. You can just relieve yourself and just be at, nope. I literally have to like strategize and keep my pee running at a like certain speed so it doesn't splatter all over the place or it doesn't get on my legs. Oh my gosh, it's just horrible. That's like when I mean a con, that is a con. Like, and it makes sense because if you do have hair down there, if you have hair down there, it does help to steer or guide your urine, so it's not like you're peeing all over the place, which makes so much sense. I think that was really like, for me, that was like the main con for me. Like, that was the main one, and that's major. Like, that's one of the major functions of of your that's one of its major function is peeing. So, but yeah, that was a con. So then when my period came on, I was a little skeptical because I was like, oh my gosh, I do not want like my menstrual cycle to be flowing all over the place because it doesn't really have friction or like a barrier, aka hair, to keep it in place, you know. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be just a like a crime scene. Like every time I go to the restroom, it's gonna be a crime scene on my cycle. But I must say, my cycle was normal. It was my typical period. Sometimes it's a little messy. Sometimes, you know, you're able to have a really good period where your girl wasn't tripping, like she wasn't tripping on you. So it was actually a regular like cycle for me. I did not experience like my flow like like getting messy and like having to go home and having to like, you know, wash and like change. Like it was like a typical cycle, and I was like, oh, thank God, because that was gonna be a deal breaker. Because me and future husband, we were gonna have to consider some things, because if I can't pee and if I'm like a bloody crime scene everywhere I go when it's that time of the month, we're gonna have to reconsider some things. Like, why do you guys not tell us these things? And then, you know, I went for my second wax, and it wasn't as painful as the first one, obviously. But I did have a lot of ingrown hairs, and she had to like prick them out, and I was just like, oh, and Jesus, like, this cannot be live. Like, this cannot be live. Like, this cannot be live. Like, this is not life, yo. And I was just like, oh my gosh. I was just really considering, you know, just some things like, it's not, you know, maybe I think honestly, because I am a lady in waiting, I'm waiting until I get married to have sex, that I don't think having my kitty naked, or, you know, having a true Brazilian really benefits me at this moment of life. Like, I just don't think it does. Besides, a great point, this is a pro, you know, it is summertime down here in South Florida, so I do like how I feel light, you know, I feel airy in the sense of like, I don't feel like it's so much going on down there, because it's really hot and humid down here, and it's hurricane season, so it's blazing hot, and then it's storming. So I will say that I do love the way I do feel, though. Like, I like how I don't feel like, you know, if I do sweat, it's like a whole, like, you know, armpit stain type of situation down there, if you catch my drift. So it was cool. Like, that's a pro. I'm gonna say that's a pro. So I had a con and a experiment, and now I gave you guys a pro. So my con is I can't pee properly, still trying to master that. My experiment was with my cycle, which wasn't bad, because that would have been a deal breaker. But a pro is that I do feel light, I do feel airy, I do feel more, you know, clean, and like, you know, I feel more like gentle and feminine. I do. But and that's just for me. But yeah. So like I was saying, like, I don't think, you know, it really benefits me right now, because I'm not, like, that aspect I think would have sold me, you know, if I was actually putting her to better use. But I'm not putting her to better use. So it's just like, okay, you just do this for yourself. But then again, I'm like, listen, Rashell, you know, yes, girl. Like, this is another part of life where you have to learn to properly compromise, and, you know, to get out of your normal way of doing things. You know, I'm accustomed to like doing me and like flowing how I flow and just doing what works for me. But if I want to make room for my future, you know, if my husband wants a Brazilian down there, I have to compromise and accommodate him. So I'm challenging myself, you know, to not just run to the easy route where it's easy just to go back to how things was, because you're familiar to that, you feel me? And that's how God, like, he tries to speak to us. Like, he tries to encourage us to grow and to like go on like a leap of faith. Like, take the jump. Like, don't just stay where you're comfortable. You're never gonna like increase or get what you want, like in the sense of increase your territory and flourish how you can flourish, if you don't have to break barriers and be in uncomfortable situations. That thought brings me like to a flower that's in the seed form. If the seed doesn't like germinate and like break out of the shell of the actual seed to sprout out past, you know, the dirt and ground and to blossom into that beautiful flower, it would never blossom into that beautiful flower. So I'm gonna, you know, thug it out, guys. I'm gonna thug it out. I'm gonna see how I like it. I'm gonna try my best to, like, master this peeing situation, because this ain't gonna work out. This definitely ain't gonna work out if I can get it together. But I just wanted to come on here and just give you a genuine, candid, unfiltered reaction to what they don't tell you after the Brazilian wax. And yeah. So when I did go yesterday to get my second wax, my I don't know what you call them, but my person, she was like, yeah, somebody else told her the same thing, like they couldn't pee as well. So this is not like a me issue. This is actually could be a common issue for all. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it probably was a little bit all over the place maybe, but I just wanted to get my thoughts on here and to just add this to the stack of someone's future research if they're considering getting a Brazilian wax down there for the first time, and really want a truthful, candid response. Now, if anything major comes along, I would definitely try my best to hop on here, but until then, this is basically the bulk of my post-op, my post-appointment of me getting my first Brazilian wax ever. If you enjoyed this video, please again do not forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment, and definitely share, y'all. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end, and until next time, it's your favorite Rashell Selah. Bye. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social media accounts. See you there.